Holii, bienvenidos, vamos a ir con nuestra aventura en Genshin, que se quedó todo muy interesante, ya que nos toca hablar con Lini después de 9 días, después de chambear mucho y después de buscar pistas hasta debajo de las piedras. Así que nada, vamos a tope con nuestra aventura en Fontaine, que ya vamos por el acto 4, así que ya poquito queda. Poquito queda para salir de la cárcel, ¿no? Espero, por Dios. Poco dice. No, por favor, no me diga eso. ¿Con quién habla? No voy a empezar. El Lini está todo el día mirando ahí el reloj. ¿Qué? Bueno, el reloj, no sé qué es eso, la verdad. Y el Feminin se supone que va a bucear y eso, pero yo no lo he visto aquí, ¿eh? Es relojero. Madre mía, las ilegalidades.
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
Muy loca, ¿eh?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you... We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago.
Wait, why is she getting him?
You already went up... Even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, you've already done more than infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion. Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then...
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sigewin always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her. Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older...
Okay, then let's head over right away!
Venga, vámonos.
The wind rises.
Uy, no, menos me ha traído a la puerta. Ah, no, que ya estaba ahí afuera, creo.
Lynette should be here right now.
Yo como si Gwyn no nos pilla aquí.
Strange.
As expected, Sigewin isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan.
¿Te imaginas que la
We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know.
Y encierra a la gente para sus experimentos extraños y todo ese rollo. Sí, paranoia de tía, ¿no?
Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her.
Okay.
Y cada vez que alguien le pilla... No es doctor. Cada vez que alguien le pilla sus fechorías, lo atrapa y se lo lleva.
There are some books here and a few
Mucho
files.
dentro.
They all look like medical records. Advanced nursing.
Lo típico cuando estás viendo alguna serie o lo que sea y ya estás o lo que sea sospechando ya de alguien exactamente, y justo cuando ya estás a punto de decirle tú eres el culpable, ¿verdad? Te hace con una sartén ¡ras! Y te lleva. Lo he visto así de veces.
These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sigewin would be? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine?
Seems quite normal to me.
Bueno.
None of the beds have
Ya
any
estás en la
signs
parte
of
final
having
de la
been
prisión,
slept
creo,
in.
menos mal, menos mal. Bueno,
Except
tampoco se me ha hecho
that
muy
one over
largo,
there.
Lo único es las vueltas que he tenido que dar. Hay que dejarlo claro.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was protecting.
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, which means either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or the nurse intentionally left it this way.
Uy, 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 uy. What is happening?
Ah, this is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that... The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted... Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
Me estoy oliendo el sartenazo ya, Hombre, se preocupa por su hermana, está súper intranquilo.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here!
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the...
This is...
Is that all? The back.
Show me, now!
That look on your face. Paimon's reading it now. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? No. Could she have...
Wriothesley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to you?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also...
Yes, that is a crucial question. Wriothesley, he doesn't do anything without a clear... You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulette, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely I'd like to know that too. Why did he only go after...
No, solo Line no, seguro que Femine también, por el trailer.
I have to stay calm. This is not like what...
Sí, güey. Es la culpable del caso de la chica desaparecida.
Wait, you're right.
Sí que Win es bullshit.
Wait, but that means... The fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds...
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave
So he's challenging me and... We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards, and if Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible...
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down. Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our fault.
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I'll go talk to Wriothesley.
Vamos a ver algo.
Hey, don't be reckless. Traveler, please.
Es que, de verdad, también meternos en ambos bandos a la vez. ¿Has escuchado a Rion japonés? Está bonita su voz. Sí, es Erwin, ¿no? Pero aquí no lo he escuchado.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
He's rushed out the door. After him.
Vamos al despacho del duque. Uy, no venía con la sartén, pero sí estaba escuchándolo todo. ¡Oh! ¡Se está riendo!
Right.
¡Se está riendo!
I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Very well, then... Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking. Someone! Please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already... What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to pay... Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill.
Hostia.
Lenny! Wait! It's
Corre,
no use,
corre.
we have to catch up to him!
Kids these days, you just can't rely.
Too slow.
He's already out of sight! How is he so
Ay,
fast?
sí, a la
Let's
oficina
find
del
him
duque.
up at Wriothesley's office!
Vamos a la oficina del duque. Sí, 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 sí. Rio, ¿dónde estás?
Come out and face me, Wriothesley!
Dios, lo sabía.
Aren't we at an administrative office space?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided...
Stop joking around! Where did you take my sibling?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would maybe she'll appear behind you right now.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the traveler's suspicions and As for Fremine, no.
Ay, Duque, por ti no me importa que me metan en la cárcel.
Sí soy. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had...
There was no need to do so. The fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so...
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but...
He's not. What do you...
Lenny!
No, descubrieron. Bueno, ya nos habrían descubierto.
Wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much. Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of before. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he...
Wait. You locked him outside in this...
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside
la
world.
escena esa donde está flotando, bueno, está sumergido en el mar. Al final va a ser real.
Fremine's a star diver, so...
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's... Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly... You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her...
You want to see Father?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children... I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see...
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no-man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as...
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
Yo aquí odié muy fuertemente a Río, pues yo no le odio.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father
con sus intenciones distintas. Y yo recuerdo que Lini está con los Fatui y con Padre, que es Arlequino. O sea, Río solo está defendiendo su sitio.
Lenny!
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk.
Tío, ¿qué pasa con los patos? Qué obsesión.
Mr. Fremine left the fortress on his own.
Es que yo
Miss
no
Lynette
me fío
tried to
mucho
pry
de
out my
Lini
secrets
todavía.
right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls...
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything
6, 5...
Wait,
2, 1. Time's up.
Cada uno tiene
It really
su
is a shame,
punto de vista
Miss
en
Imdanii.
ese... O sea, nosotros nos han mandado Newilet, parte de Arconte. Lo cual, estamos aquí por culpa de Arlequino también. Por todo el tema, que si Novil y todo ese rollo. Luego, este hombre está aquí, por Novil también, pero por parte de los Fatui. Y este hombre, pues está defendiendo su sitio, que aquí han entrado toda la gente a hacer lo que le da la gana. Es normal que sea así. Cada uno defiende sus intereses. Tiene sentido que Rui se enfade cuando todos intentan escapar del fuerte, sobre todo los Fatui. Yo es que estoy en el bando de estos Fatui.
Wriothesley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, listen to the traveler. If you can't talk to Lenny, can you?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way.
En el bando de doctores jamás. Si viene a meterse a tu territorio normal que lo quieras detener, es que es obvio.
But that doesn't mean you can just do
Y a
whatever you
nosotros,
want.
contra nosotros no.
The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its
en
own
contra
set of
porque estamos
laws.
respaldados por Neuvillette, que nos ha mandado aquí. Dani, que los Fatui le cayeron bien a los Theory Crafters. Eso nos influye a nosotros.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me? I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone,
yo
what is the
pienso
truth behind the
que
one
nos
about
vamos a
not being
poner en
allowed to
algún
work for
momento
3 days in a
por
row?
parte de los Fatui. O sea, vamos a estar en el bando de los Fatui en los ideales y en todos. Y en todo, ¿vale? Pero en este preciso momento entiendo por qué Ryo está así. O sea, es obvio. No le tengo odio ni mucho menos por lo que está haciendo porque vamos a ver. Pero bueno. Venga. Había el nombre de la evolución, aparece una carne extraña en la comida del comedor. Perfecto.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But the Fanta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons would... We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone.
Hombre, si Win se queda mirando o si la gente le sienta mal o no, ¿no? Tiene que haber algo que ver,
Fanta's internal
seguro.
reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has... The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because, according to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fanta company sponsored. The research note said that...
Vale, me sobra a valer del producto.
The Fanta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. According to Collins, the Pancration...
No tiene que ser.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half...
Ahí está. Sí, dejen quieto a mi hombre. A ver qué habéis dicho. Ryo en el lore es God y todo lo que hace es justificado. Sí, dejen quieto a mi hombre.
So that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now. Who would have guessed?
Adiós, carrera de detective. No.
The hidden rule of the production zone.
¡Bien!
People are not supposed to
con
work
gafas,
3 days in a row,
stop.
and if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare meal. At first, we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared. But in reality, she often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health. Sijuin visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish. Sijuin has only the best intentions with her surprise gift. Unfortunately, Melusines as a race, the recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually... Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijuin's secret and even
El
guessed her
trasero de
intentions correctly as well.
Fontaine.
It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone
Obvio,
unacknowledged.
Paimon God.
All right, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight.
Tras boxear para los boxeadores, por la mañana al día siguiente recibimos un paquete que contenía un líquido de color sangre. Bueno, a ver. Vamos a ver. Tiene que ser consigo Win también. Ah, puede ser.
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile,
Claro, el valor de los cupones.
according to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company
No, ya me sobra ninguna, tío. Qué mal lo he hecho, ¿no? ¿Quién envía? Ah, vale, que
We
quién envía el
often see Miss
paquete.
Sijuin observing the...
Entonces tiene que ser sigo Win por
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty.
Me va a echar mal otra vez. Pero esto va a echar mal.
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an...
Pero es que se supone que no es
The
ninguno de
research
esos.
note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans.
Me estoy inventando bachos, ninguno. ¿Pero por qué me dice ninguno, tío? Alguno tiene que ser de lo que he dicho.
According to Collins, the Pancration...
¿Ve?
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product.
Y es que no tiene sentido.
We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near
No
their...
tiene nada que ver, ¿no?
The Fonta promoter has
Es que
been
tiene que
struck-
ser eso. Pero si es lo que he hecho. Pero si es lo que había puesto yo.
Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was
Si
nothing
lo
to
primero
be
que había
afraid of.
puesto.
That hidden
Y me ha
rule
dicho
of
que
the
no.
Pancration Ring is about how
A lo mejor por el
people
orden,
are
¿no?
not
Digo yo.
supposed to
No
bet
sé.
on both boxers at the same time, and if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange blood. People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged a blood-red drink. It's no wonder even the company facing backlash from its own staff, they came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so the Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only and so only those who proved their stupidity by being done.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing, although based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Wriothesley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question.
Oh, Dios, se le ha
The
ido,
thought
se le
of
va, se le va,
sparing
se le va,
Lynette,
se le va.
you'll pay for
Se le
this!
va.
Ah!
Lenny,
¿Por qué
are
así?
you alright?
¿Por qué así?
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sijuin. That
¿Le
was a
acaba de meter un
fantastic show.
dardo?
It was nothing, Your Grace. Sijuin? Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully
Lynn, you...
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Nervulette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here? But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulette told me to do. Everything. His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace?
My dear Sijuin, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just
con
wait another
Sijuin.
minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your
¿En
Grace.
serio?
I figured I should try to... What are you talking about? What time?
Take me if you want.
How touching. Can you...
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more... I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sigewin, I leave.
You...
I believe I hear footsteps.
¿Quién son esas dos personas conocidas?
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clarand. My door.
Freminet está ahí, ¿no? Ahí está en el suelo.
Freminet...
What's going on? What is Clarand doing here?
Work.
Work. Qué fan soy
I'm
de
sorry
ella.
about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon.
What happened to Freminet? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like...
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed...
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Freminet a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
Glory, yo trabajar. Go.
I'll talk to Clarand while you get Freminet to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, how's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved 2.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions.
It's a bad sign. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly,
Este
just
es
say
el
so.
ship al que referíais el otro día, ¿verdad?
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since...
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you...
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of... Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Oh, sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your...
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater?
Please, look after Mr. Freminet for the moment. I'll go fetch some
Buenísima la
medicine and a
Sigewin,
respirator. Oh, I'll bring this
Buenísima,
one
digo,
back
de
with me.
médico, no.
Where is she?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now.
Brillo solo estaba exagerando.
Linny, are you okay?
I'll be fine.
Are you sure? You don't...
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but...
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon. Freminet?
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
Uy, 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 uy. La Paimon siempre está emocionada.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us? The Duke and Clarand are gone. They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarand will need a break.
Vale.
Too slow.
Ahora vamos a la enfermería. No, tampoco era. No, tampoco. Aquí. Creo que alguien le debe una disculpa al duque porque si no Freminent sería agua ahora. Yo lo sabía. Yo sabía que el duque tenía sus intenciones y que no iba a ser tan malo como parecía.
Too slow. Behold. Search forth.
Y mira que yo no me fío de los hombres de ese juego, ¿eh? Pero la actitud del río era... no era mala.
He's awake. Fremine.
Lynnie. Lynette.
We're all here.
Where?
The infirmary. At the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremen. How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not...
Traveler. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. Pipes. Right.
Bueno, no, no le ha pasado nada porque
it's
tienes
all
Naya.
coming back to me now.
Pero cuéntamelo. ¿Qué sucedió? Dejé de odiarlo ahí. Pero al principio, por como le estaba hablando y amenazando a Lini, no me gustó nada. Con el niño no.
I'm in. Where could Master Child be?
¡Oh! ¡Soy Freminent!
Frost is coming.
Qué bueno el pingüino ese, ¿no?
Pair.
Ah, vale, es como la de ella que tiene doble. Vale. Vivirlo ella misma. Sí.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
Vale.
Yeah.
Ok. El final del juego sí que te va un poquito mal. Sí, es cierto, pero bueno, ya ahora se recupera.
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
Iba a volar, ¿vale? Iba a hacer así volar. Vale, pero no puedo girarlo, ¿no? Ah, no, va a bajar. Mierda. A ver. ¿Y cómo quito el obstáculo que yo me entere? ¿Cómo se supone que tengo que quitar el obstáculo? ¿Dice? Se ha atascado. Vale. Ah, eso de ahí. Vale. ¿Qué hago? No puedo volar, no soy trotis. Vale. Es que ya tengo la intención de volar todo el rato. Hay que se tira el tonto. Vale, no puedes girar porque está eso ahí. Vale. ¿Y qué hago yo? Ah, intenta... Ah, vale, soy estúpida, soy estúpida. Soy estúpida. Lo bajo, lo giro y lo vuelvo a subir. Vale, soy tonto. Solo tenía que procesar un poco. Vale, ahora. Había que pensar solo un poco. Vale. Ya. Vale.
This is where the water starts. Master Child.
Vale, vamos a bucear, ¿no?
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. There are traces here too. I need to keep going.
No veo yo el rastro, ¿eh? ¿Qué dice este hombre?
The traces are gone, but I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait, what the? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's... No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Sal del agua, no le va a dar tiempo, ¿no? Está infectada. No da ni de coña. Me voy a morir antes. ¿Y si interfiere el reto de comer? Ah, no ha sido tiempo.
I can't die here. This... I have to push on.
De clorina. Ahí está. La heroína, la salvadora. La clorina que me salve.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between...
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clarande, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak for Monet. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Cuidado que luego se pone celoso. Por poco se nos va el premio.
Miss Lynette is right.
Oye,
I
papilla.
believe Miss Clarande will stay.
A guest? Then I can assume Wriothesley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me. Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Lenny?
No, please go on without me.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to
Understood.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll...
Thank you.
Vale. Esto más pronto, más pronto. Ve a la oficina del Duque, encantada. Encantada de ir a la oficina.
Squall and fury.
Habla con Río, encantada. Hablar con Río. ¿Qué voy haciendo esos dos solitos aquí?
I take it Mr. Fremonet's condition is stable?
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire at...
I wanted to check up on Miss Claran.
Mostly fine.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam.
All right. Thank you for looking out for...
Well, want to explain yourself, Wriothesley?
Yo no sé mucho que explicar. ¿Le tirarás a Río culo? No creo. No creo porque ahora mismo tengo que priorizar los personajes que me vendrían bien antes de los que me encantan. Entonces no sé, tampoco sé cómo funciona Río ni cuánto de malo, aunque digáis, es. Y cuándo viene, que eso también es importante. Danii feliz cuando le dejan teletransportarse al lugar exacto que tiene que ir. Sí, por favor. Por favor. Porque ahora mismo vienen otros papus muy locos y tengo que priorizar. Así que Río, tárdate un poco más. Que lo siento, pero madre mía, pero tengo que priorizar otras cosas.
Of course.
A mí no me parece tan malo. No sé, yo es lo que dice todo el mundo. No lo he comprobado por mí misma porque no he podido probarlo.
Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have?
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No es malo, pero no destaca. Realmente es bueno para apreciar el diseño. Yo me río, pero no puede tirarle y ahora yo verso lo olvido. Yo, lo que estaba diciendo, depende cuando venga y todo el rollo, porque ahora mismo hasta después de Mabuika nos van a tener así. Y luego si después de Mabuika o con Mabuika viene Arlequino, más todavía. Entonces, para yo tirarle tiene que ser después de Mabuika. Y claro, después de Mabuika y de Arlequino puede ser que venga Clorinde. Entonces ya ahí tenemos prioridades también. Entonces... Pero bueno, también creo que los críos van a volver cuando vengan Snaya. Entonces a lo mejor no está mal tener críos. Porque crío... Creo que solo tengo... De 5 estrellas, ninguno. Así que... La frentona.
I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the knave. As for their specific goals,
problema de Wriothesley
I only figured
es
those
que su
out as you
mejor
made
equipo
progress
está
on your
muerto.
investigation.
Pero bueno, yo creo que los críos van a volver en Snaya. Plan, acaban de revivir a Deya sacando a Kinich. O sea, que Clorinde es demasiado importante, al menos para mí. Es que Clorinde es Clorinde. No solo sabían que están con los Fato y que vinieron al fuerte Merópide bajo las órdenes de Arlequino. Su objetivo en concreto lo fui dilucidando a medida que ustedes avanzaban en su investigación, vaya. Otro que no utiliza. Otro que no utiliza. Yo no sé de qué me extraño.
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's... Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape. But in truth,
era lo que iba a decir. En Snaya puede que sea bueno algún crío. También puede que llegue Capitano, ya que es el único Fatu en Alan y es crío, por lo que puede revivir el crío, claro. Si Lani es crío, dicen, y si es así, que venga con Ayaka. Es cierto. Bueno. Vale, otra vez el wifi, tío. Vamos a terminar ya porque si no, no vea. Va a dar problemas.
Of course, it's inevitable that the knave would make a big deal out of her fellow. I'm also quite curious about where that harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do...
So you were hoping Lenny's group would just do your work for you.
Antes revive el físico.
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. The Forbidden Zone has always been Lenny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your...
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
Paimon, esto derecha, tío.
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison?
Oh,
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down
Le
to the fortress
pagaste
for
una
some
buena
field
suma,
work.
no dicho de dinero. Hacer un trabajillo. Mira esa cara.
As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Fremine was...
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. That's not something you should be asking after. No, all I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance.
Pero entonces,
That should be
a ver,
clear
es
now
una
that you've spoken
pregunta
to
que
Fremine.
tengo yo. A Clorinde es porque ha estado muy poco tiempo debajo del agua y por eso no le ha afectado casi. O es que no es de Fontaine. Yo supongo que sí que es de Fontaine, pero ha estado muy poco tiempo en el agua, ¿no? Por eso no está mal. Y ha podido ayudar a Fremine.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary. And we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us.
You make a compelling case.
Yeah,
Even if the truth may not be pleasant. Follow me.
Sígame. ¿Viste? Porque estuvo poco tiempo, vale. Que le siga, yo te sigo donde tú quieras. ¿Dónde quieres que te siga? ¿Hasta dónde? ¿Dónde me vas a llevar? Arriba dice ahora. Pero... ¿dónde exactamente? Abajo dice ahora. ¿Pero dónde es? Abajo. Ah. Soy ciega total. Soy totalmente ciega. El wifi muerto. Claro que sí. Hostia.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Wriothesley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of play...
Es que si bajamos ya... ¿qué nos vamos a encontrar? El wifi va muy mal, ¿eh? Y nada, hemos tenido que cortar el directo debido al wifi. Así que nada, muchísimas gracias por llegar hasta aquí, por ver el vídeo. Y no te olvides de dar like y suscribirte para más Fontaine, que estaban diciendo en comentarios que, bueno, en el chat, que se viene algo interesante y que ya se va a acabar esta tortura llamada cárcel. Así que nada, nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo. Gracias.